Hola, muy buena gente, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Acá ElDejota, y en el día de hoy vamos a comenzar con lo que es la nueva actualización del Honkai Star Rail. Vamos a empezar con lo que es la misión de principal básicamente de esta versión. Así que bueno gente, vamos a ver qué onda. Ya estamos más o menos por acá, ya estamos en la zona y tenemos hacia ese mañana del ayer. Un poco raro lo que es el coso, un poco contradictorio, no les voy a decir que no. Pero bueno, vamos a ello, vamos a ver qué tal. Sí, bueno, acá nos va a mostrar el resumen. Vamos a ver el resumen básicamente para el que se lo vaya más o menos para refrescar, así nomás, que había pasado lo de la larga noche y todo esto. Que bueno, nada, qué sé yo. Bien, tranqui, vamos a pasar esto rápido, o sea, así nomás. Bueno, esto lo de Dangen, acá de esta muchacha farmeando aura y demás, y después que al final estaba todo bien y que acá se transformó y nos hicimos amigos y listo. Vamos, no sé por qué me teletransporté y ya estamos por acá. Y acá ya directamente está esta muchacha así de una, o sea, tal cual. A ver, Cirene, o Cirene, no sé cómo le tendría que decir sinceramente, pero bueno. Vamos a ver. Ok, estamos llegando. Vamos a dejar esto así. Está esta muchacha. Y a ver qué onda. Vale, me río de lo que me dice mi compañero como la no de lo que está pasando. Que le mando un gran saludo. Oh, ok. Y le mando un saludo a Arlene también, que la última vez me pidió que lo salude en el siguiente video y no lo saludé más, pero literalmente estamos mandando saludos, estamos aprovechando de mandar saludos a todos. Que no lo van a ver, probablemente no lo van a ver esto después, pero bueno. Vamos así porque ahora está en el chat, pero bueno. A ver, el camino de la creación. Bueno, concierto a esta muchacha. El camino de la creación.
Indeed, the scepter's extrapolations have reached their end.
Ya.
But the process of Genesis has only just begun. The path ahead will no longer
Bueno, no sé si está mal, no sé si está bien el volumen. O sea, sinceramente pido perdón por ser una misión tan importante y no saber esto. Porque bueno, como que lo tengo limitado, los últimos me dijeron lo del Genshin y acá medio como que también sentía como que lo tenía bajo, así que le subí un toque. No sé si me escucharé yo mucho, no sé si se escuchará mucho el juego, si estará bien. La verdad que ya, no sé, o sea, más o menos lo tengo un poquito como siempre, un poquito más fuerte el juego en todo caso, pero no sé, me dirán, o sea, literalmente es como dale Caimán, un momento re importante para la cosa y literalmente vas a probar ahora el volumen, pero qué sé yo. Así que nada.
Some turning into pillars of the world, supporting the sky and the ocean. Others sowing reason, laying down the law, and with gentle hands lifting newborns into the light. Death and strife are no longer feared by people, and trickery has become the innocent games of children. All beings living ordinary and peaceful lives within the net woven by romance and passage. There's no black tide, no flame chase, and no destruction. The world on the other side of the sea is one.
O sea, como que no hubo ni un coso ni nada, o sea, como que, o sea, a ver, ya sabíamos que iba a estar la Cirene así, no sé qué, no sé cuánto, pero como que no hubo tipo una transformación, como que de la nada, tipo literal empieza la historia y ya está como así, no sé. ¿Qué pasa, Momo? Dime. Pero bueno, nada, cierto lo del kit de habilidad de esta muchacha, la verdad que siendo free to play, no sé. No sé que de la nada después saquen tipo personaje, viste, como que aceleren el coso del personaje y no sé qué, no sé cuánto, pero no. No sé.
then go.
Bueno, a ver. ¿Cómo dicen que sale esto? Porque sinceramente les voy a decir la posta. Últimamente por cómo está yendo el Starlight en tipo de sus cosas, mira, hasta leer la noche. Hola Ángel. Va, que, o sea, es ella, pero sí. O sea, lo que es la cosa no me extrañaría sinceramente que de la nada salga todo para la garompa y chau. O sea, yo suponiendo que esto debería ser como el final, o sea, o la parte final de lo que es la historia, pero bueno, es así. El velo de la noche eterna, la pelea de la piedra, no estaba que ambos estuvieran aquí. Vamos a decirle esto. El desierto del Sahara. Wey.
Possibly due to the influence of the Trailblaze. I am now connected with this earth, and I can feel the breath of every mountain range.
Mira.
I see that the tallest among them is named Akama, and the form of the holy city is already taking shape.
In other words, your stage is almost set. Do you want to take a leaf out of Kefali's book and make some prophecies before your nap?
But we're not the only ones who have changed. The chrono-cognitive anchor just transmitted a message stating that Iron Tomb has reacted to the Aranova.
The moment when our friend bore the weight of 30 million cycles of memories.
Todo ese texto extraño, básicamente. O sea, porque acá, o sea, tipo, ¿qué onda vamos a hacer nosotros? ¿Van a salir los otros de la nada? No sé, era inevitable seguro por este momento, no podemos esperar más, debemos subir nuestra tumba, es hora de asumir la falsada cara de Fainon. Estoy preparado para este momento. Sí.
You don't have to shoulder this world all on your own. After someone boards the express, the word alone ceases to exist. So as we reach the end of time, no one will be left to face it alone. Dan Heng and I came here to specifically tell you that.
Remember.
O sea, no para ayudarme, para llegar al final, no, para decirle que da igual, no van a ayudar, imagino. Quiero creer. O sea, que no van a abandonar tipo así nomás, no sé. Aposta. No lo sé. O sea, gracias a mí necesito que lo recuerden siempre presente. Si no puedo dejarme el protagonista aunque sea una vez. O sea, sos el protagonista, tipo. No sé. Bueno, ahí va. Vamos a decir esto. Vale. Dale, me parece perfecto, Momo. Ahí usted. Bueno, desaparecen de la absoluta nada. Echemos un vistazo al otro lado del mar antes de partir. A ver. Asiente la Cirene. Ok. Vale, para allá. Esta zona de acá, por cierto, todavía no la he explorado. O sea, no me he puesto a fijarme en las cosas que hay ni nada. Literal. Lo tendría que haber hecho, pero como no voy a tirar lo que es esta versión, literal. O creo que no voy a tirar. Porque sé que está la otra muchacha, pero bueno. Que la verdad que... nada, no sé. Tipo, tengo tiradas, pero... O sea, podría buscar armas quizás para lo que son los personajes que están ahora, que están muy piolas, no les voy a decir que no. Pero no sé. O sea, tipo para la Yacine o para la esta, pero... Él lo sacrificó todo para conocer esta paz. Confía en él, seguramente nos volvemos a encontrar. Faino nos espera dentro del Ferlotumba.
Look, the golden light that shone upon the grove still meanders between heaven and earth, like the prophecies of Amphorius. It has to be a sign he left behind. It points towards the destruction and the deepest night. Do you still remember what I asked you at this exact spot the last time we set off?
No, la verdad que no.
Friend,
tenía que hacer la memoria.
Are you ready to become a hero?
Ok.
You were still burdened by the weight of world-bearing back then, still unsure of the role you were meant to play. But now, everyone has already given you the answer. The heroes of legends were just at the right place at the right time when the world needed a hero. Just like how your arrival kickstarted Amphorius' fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny.
Todos juntos caminemos hacia el mejor final. Bueno, veremos.
We best. Those are such beautiful words. Thank you, friend. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said. After all, before we truly compose the end of this story, I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you. And face a memory that I have forgotten for too long, and have denied for too long.
Ok, vale. Pues bueno, a ver ahora qué onda, muchachos. A ver, también cuánto dura esto, sinceramente, porque yo imagino que nos van a hacer un montón de cosas, de rememorar, no sé qué, no sé cuánto. Y van a aparecer todos los personajes, quizá, o no sé. Habrá que ver cuánto dura, no les voy a mentir. Naciste iniciado, nació, ¿qué quieres decir? A ver.
My apologies, friend. The more memories I got back along the way, the more I felt that something wasn't right. There's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in ID Silicii, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder, which is the real me? The one reflected in the water, or the one standing on the shore? But I finally get it now. Look, friend. The words on that wall are the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That rhymeless tune is the lullaby of little fairies. As always, I'll read this book to you.
De las mem. Imagino que se lo viera.
It won't just be Cirene's memories alone.
¿O qué onda?
I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey. But
Y en cierta
the
parte...
narrator is also the most devoted audience.
¿Qué quieres decir?
At the moment of Aranova, I was enveloped by the texture of memories. Within the glistening crystal, I saw countless Sirenes, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories. A prison born of the erudition, a grave annihilated in the destruction.
Bueno.
That unknown solitary god, the 13th Titan who should not exist. The first new spore, the demiurge, is right here.
Vale. Es así.
The interrogation records have been submitted to the Marshal. According to the Ten Lords' decree, Jing Liu and Luocha shall continue to be detained in the Shuling. But you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant to end the transmission. Do you wish to reminisce with us? Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate to get out?
You're quite calm, Jingyuan. The Alliance only authorized the law food to be deployed for this Iron Tomb operation. They say the Seer Strategist's wisdom shines like a beacon. So why can't you see things clearly now? Look who's talking. I didn't vote against it, did I? But with enemies all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Xianzhou ships in reserve, just in case. Whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right into Jingyuan's hands. Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Law Fu take the lead in this battle.
Oh my, Merlin's Claw. Are you afraid the Law Fu might steal the Yao Qing's glory?
This is no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the War Dance ceremony, though the chaos has settled, rumors and speculation are only growing by the day. With Elder Huaiyan around, those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble. But once the Law Fu gets their hands on the Golden Blood, it'll be a whole different story. With the kind of person Jing Liu is, and her connection to you, I don't need to spell it out. There are countless ways this could be spun into something bigger.
You're overthinking it, General Fei Shao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Law Fu will seize the Golden Blood and redeem itself. That'll be our first win. Then we'll leverage this Golden Blood in the negotiations. Our second win. These two wins for the Law Fu will make all three of us happy. And that'll be our third win. Look, if this were a Skyfaring Commission deal, we'd be rolling in money, wouldn't we?
Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the Optimistic General instead.
With the Decalite Reflection Barrier, the Yuchuan must understand even more than the Law Fu how significant this battle is. Amphorius' karma has vanished from the matrix of prescience. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly?
In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere mortals can comprehend.
Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's.
Come on. How hard is it to understand the word uncertainty? For the Cobalt Head, the emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant, but I don't believe they will just sit around waiting for death. And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival, and the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force, but I can see each faction has its own hidden agenda. There are even divisions within the Alliance, so it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react.
Okay.
Jing Yuan, I crossed paths with Selenova's Legion at the Battle of Sadunirama Star Cluster. Be extremely careful. The Ruin Legion's troops and weaponry are nothing to write home about. The IPC, even the denizens of Abundance, could take them on. However, while Void Rangers are just expendable pawns of the destruction, the real wild cards are...
The Lord Ravagers.
Indeed. Nanook's emanators are also their weapons to burn down the paths. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategies will be useless against them. My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. My only fear is... one wrong move, and the Lawfu will fall into Fintilia's trap again, inching ever closer to destruction.
Vale. O sea, básicamente para...
Doubt is exactly
pase lo de
the demon
antes,
she
no
wants
se me
to
da cuenta.
plant in our hearts.
O peor, incluso.
Do you still remember the
Porque
beginning
antes
of the
estábamos
Alliance Oath?
nosotros.
To save future generations
Buey.
from war and bloody dispute. The Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning. I just hope those on the front line will remain safe.
Vale. Pues bueno, nos cambian de vuelta de lugar, perspectiva, ya no sé ni cómo llamarlo. Me ponemos acá con estas muchachas. Están acá en el expreso.
Let me go over the plan one more time, just in case. You'll enter Amphorius, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world. Who are you taking with you?
The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone, except Pom Pom, join the fight.
We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies. I have no objection to this.
I'll do whatever I can.
Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix. That is, the Scepter's kernel, from the outside. With our 2-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those 2 to get back.
Llegan acá.
And just like that, they're here.
Sorry to keep you waiting. With Planet Screwlum's help, the formation of the Cosmic Alliance to counter Iron Tomb is
O sea,
progressing
que tienen,
smoothly.
digamos, o sea, como que desde acá también se sabe. Cosa que, bueno, me decía que es más obvio, sí, es verdad. Pero bueno,
Well then,
con
let's
el
not waste
objetivo en
any more
general.
time, Fourth Mirror.
It's my time to shine! Finally off the bench!
Initiating thought refraction. Please read the safety protocols carefully. Huh? Just kidding. I've already checked the agreement box for everyone. And now,
Bueno,
destination?
pues vale.
Furious. 3, 2, 1, launch!
Pantalla en blanco. Y bueno, se estará llevando ahí. Imagino que.
The flow of Memoria is so heavy here. Unlike Panagone's dreamscape, this place has built up a true epic measured in millennia.
The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end. And in this new world created by the Nameless, the infinite cycles have been broken.
Let's set up the trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the outside world.
A no ser que de la nada veamos
I'll leave it to you then.
lo suficientemente cosas para reiniciar de vuelta todo. O sea que yo creo que no, verdad que no juego. Imagino que no, pero bueno.
Agreed.
The Astral Express has landed. If you receive this message, please respond immediately. Over.
This is the Cienjo Alliance. Communications normal.
Interastral Peace Corporation. Communications normal. No response from the Galaxy Rangers. Not surprising. But I didn't expect the family to also stay silent at such a critical moment.
That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Panacone's independent director, I'd say. Long time no see, Miss Himeko.
It's been quite a while, Madam Jade.
The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign.
Literalmente me veo el video completamente de la existencia de Jade. Literal. Como es un personaje que no tengo. Y tampoco hemos usado en algún modo así raro en los últimos tiempos, la verdad que tampoco ha vuelto, también te digo.
Madam Jade led the Intelligentsia Guild in conducting specialized research on Iron Tomb's past activities. The bad news is, the collapse of the Erudition won't just affect inorganic beings.
You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life, too?
Well, the good news is, so far, its effects on organic life are under control. The infection progresses slowly, and the resulting neuropathy is non-fatal. In any case, the IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48 system hours in all star zones within the medical system.
What about other star zones? At a time like this, are the followers of the Firmament Arbiter still trying to make a profit?
I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the Third Denizens of Abundance War was quite impressive. Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian discount. That's the current policy at the very least. But, if the Cienjo Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems, we'll have more cards to play when reiterating to the board the necessity of deep cooperation.
It makes sense, since Interastral Peace Entertainment's headquarters is in Epsilon. But why
a long-term investment. Please understand that everyone at Pier Point is swamped with Iron Tomb work, especially the marketing development department. At this rate, even the 10 Stonehearts can only do so much. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire cosmos. Wouldn't you agree?
En el poder del guión. Nuestro gran aliado.
As an old Xianzhou saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided on by the 7 Arbiter Generals. I'm just here to relay the message. In times of crisis, the Luofu will not hesitate to help those in need. However, the prerequisite is that the IPC must unconditionally assist the Alliance with emergency rescue operations in the disaster area.
Of course. In the name of preservation, all for the Amber Lord.
Thank you all for your selfless dedication.
Vale.
It's clear that each party still has qualms about everything.
The clash between destruction and erudition isn't just about the fate of the cosmos. It's a moment for all factions to reshuffle their cards.
You can never be too careful when battling a Lord Ravager. All are equal in matters of life and death.
In any case, we can only hope for the best in all that's to come. It's about time we dive into the vortex and see what Amphorius looks like on the inside. I wonder where he and the others are right now.
Intento atacar con los aliados. Perspectiva de Gemego, pero bueno. Acá, investigar. ¿Lo ves?
Hello.
Broño, mira.
Can you hear us?
Ah, we're through. I can see the video feed. Everything.
Voy a pasar rápido esto.
We've already heard from Miss Topak. I can't believe the express.
Don't worry, we're still following the plans.
Urillo 6 is located on the outskirts. Matt Kitchapard and Pela are busy organizing.
Banco igual acá que nos muestran acá otras cosas así que nada que ver.
I'm afraid this does.
Of course.
We have resealed. Don't worry, Miss Himiko. Belobog is far more. We really wish we could help, but Urillo 6 has the Astral Express standing at the forefront of disaster
In the face of a massive catastrophe. But that's
If anything goes wrong.
No problem. Also, didn't the Xianzhou sign a...
I appreciate your kindness, everyone.
Miss Branya. May all civilizations that have made it.
Vale. Más acá. A ver quién más tenemos. ¿Quién aparece por acá? Shensu, bueno, acabo de...
Good news, Miss Himiko.
Usuan.
The 7 Arbiter...
Words cannot express our gratitude.
The Luofu already considers the Express an import, but this time, the Marshal herself decided to send out. If we can stand together with civilizations across...
The Alliance truly embodies the...
You're too kind.
Vale. O sea, voy pasando, sí, una por una de estos. Aventurino.
I regret to inform you, Miss Himiko, that even the Strategic Investment Department, however, Madam Jade instructed us to look after our nameless friends as much as possible. So other departments at the IPC might also take this when that time comes. I hope the Astral sounds like a threat.
Has the internal conflict within the...
Everyone knows about the bad blood between Diamond until the Lord Ravager Archforger caught the board's attention.
I understand. Our immediate priority.
Ok. Ahora acá, ¿quién? Vigilantes de la galaxia. Nadie.
Of course, we would never know the Ranger's coming.
Vale. ¿Y acá quién? La familia.
Miss Himiko.
Robin, mira.
Yes.
Ahí, camuflada.
elders, on behalf of the Penaconian
Anda
family
incógnito la Robin.
I extend my
I've heard about the internal conflicts within the family.
Thank you for understanding. My charitable foundation will offer...
Miss Robin, I'm beyond...
Bueno, ahí está. Vale, vamos acá. Bueno.
Why is there no one here?
Everything in Akama seems normal. The new world was enjoying peaceful times not long ago.
It seems it was even more recent than not long ago, Miss Himiko.
The fruit on the table is freshly cut, and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place was bustling with people just moments ago. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant.
Could this be Xandar's doing?
Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those two geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom?
A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in an instant. Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the Harmony. Complete silence.
Is often the prelude to divine intervention.
Everyone, be careful.
Here they come.
Estas son las cosas de la larga noche.
The nameless of the Astral Express.
Evernight? How is this possible? She was already...
We are the chroniclers of time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last era Nova has been completed.
What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the three Nameless?
I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. Now, they are no longer the trailblazers you once knew, but gods who permeate heaven and earth. The 12 Titans who guard Amphorius.
Stop fooling around, March. Come on out.
What? Aw, I practiced so long for this.
Está ahí.
Getting seen through right away is just so embarrassing.
You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Amphorius.
But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion to be a bit more casual and laid back.
As expected, I can't hide anything from Himeko and Mr. Yang. Well, long time no see. Guess I'm back?
We should be the ones to say that.
Básicamente sí.
Sorry.
No sé, imagino que la última vez que la han visto a la Marzo era un bloque de hielo, todo congelado, no sé, una cosa así. Básicamente. Así que digamos que sí.
If I went all out, I could summon way more of them. Thanks to him,
We all turned into titans in the new world. Sure, we can take on humanoid forms, but it feels off.
How intriguing. So what does he look like now?
It can't be a raccoon
estamos ahí,
with
nos
a
un mapache y
baseball
un
bat,
mate,
I
¿eh?
suppose.
Please
Se
don't add
recuerda
weird
el
stuff
meme.
to Amphorius's lore. Just go see it with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance and come to Dawncloud. He looks way more majestic now than he used to.
Majestuoso. Bueno. No sé. Bueno, ahora ¿dónde vamos a parar? Con este cambio de perspectiva, de escena, ya no sé cómo llamarlo. Lugar.
Unbelievable.
Ok, salen
All the
ganan
residents of the
Forius.
holy city have gathered here.
This isn't just a gathering. It's a pilgrimage. The people's expressions are resolute, devout, as if waiting for a miracle to descend.
That colossal deity is him. He has become the pillar of the world.
Sí.
Surprisingly
Digamos.
authentic. Being this serious is quite unlike his usual style.
Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness his awakening. Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world, and every breath they take is intertwined with Amphorius's destiny.
Awakening? Has he fallen into slumber?
Yeah. After all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this was the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watches over yesterday. Earth guards today. And when the Trailblaze steps into Amphorius once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken. And then, bring the prophecy of tomorrow to this world. Come on, everyone. Let's get closer to him. Watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes this world.
Bueno. Desaparece nuevamente
It
Marfa.
seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop.
Básicamente. Se podría decir.
All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go witness this moment for ourselves.
Majestic.
Bueno,
Speaking
a
of
verlo.
which, I once
Vamos
caught
a
a
ver, qué sé yo.
glimpse in Sleepy
Nos seguimos
Head's
como
memory of
esta
him
perspectiva
transformed into a towering
de Himekuyo, básicamente.
be.
No way. That was just a nice dreamscape. At least nice for
Wait.
him.
If they are the throne of worlds who bears the weight of this...
Ya cagué.
Citizens, behold! Our last Titan, the world-bearing deliverer, is about to awaken! Oh, ancient god, your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne. Awaken from your eternal slumber and bestow upon the world your divine prophecy!
Please guide us! Show us how to embrace this beloved world as we welcome that distant dawn!
To walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear a divine burden as a mortal.
He will give us the answer.
Trono de los mundos.
I am not the deliverer.
A ver.
Rather, I am the nameless, who dwells among mortals.
That voice is definitely him.
I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods met its end. So flow, golden blood, flow. I'll bestow it upon you, returning it to the true masters of this world. Stand with me and become heroes.
Is this?
Yes, it's the miracle he brought to Amphorius. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze.
Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not to be supplicants,
but to become heroes of rebellion, to face that destined calamity, the destruction, head on.
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all of you. In the name of Kazlana, let us depart and march towards the light.
It's neither protection nor salvation. As always, there's no need for totems or myths. Humanity's most primal faith is that instinct named survival.
Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn of departure. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world.
Cambiando la perspectiva de Herta. A ver. A ver, ¿qué onda? Bueno, está con Tornillum.
Is it just me, or does this Demiurge Matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing like how the Memo Keeper described it.
The environmental readings are all wrong. Conclusion: this must be what the kernel actually looks like in the real world.
What did Xandar do to the scepter?
At the end of light, there must be silence. Certain, pure, and absolute darkness.
Not the time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, we have to press on. Until we uncover the truth behind the 13th Titan.
The buried past is the key to stopping Iron Tomb. That is, if it even exists.
Xandar says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? You can erase the records, but not the truth. It vanished too cleanly. No traces. Like someone's yelling, "Look, there's nothing here." Too bad I'm the type who can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy. Let's tear the system inside out.
Always happy to help. But as your academic partner, I have to ask. Herta, what if we fail? Let's say the Demiurge really doesn't exist. Do you have a backup plan?
A backup plan? Of course. If we can't find the key, we turn the lock into the key.
That plan's cost is incalculable. It shouldn't even be on the table.
Then let's hope we never have to use it. There's no point worrying about the end just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. We don't want to leave the others waiting. You brought what I asked for, right?
Ok.
A butterfly has
Vale, el
to
final
land
de la
on the
luz.
branch before it can
Bueno,
fly.
esta zona, ¿qué onda? Esta zona es nueva, sí, sí. Ya decía yo, esta zona acá no me sonaba para nada.
We'll need a wide
Vale, a
open
ver,
platform before
tenemos que llegar allá y podemos llegar por acá. Sí, bien, menos mal. Ah, pero tenemos que hacer
Just use
acá
that thing over there, Zag.
esto, comenzar a controlar.
What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand.
Y sí, acá. Compra los bloques de autógrafos en la plataforma. O sea, ¿cómo? Tipo esto. ¿Esto es? O no es esto.
Herta's Big Hand is what I call power. Keep it
Ok.
going. Still not done? What is this? Finally, all set. Time for your precious treasure to make its debut.
Of course. Just give me a second. Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient.
Oh, a classic nuclear heat engine. Classy choice.
Just a personal preference. Her name's Mistletoe.
Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh?
Also a personal preference.
It reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that Punklordian brat. What did she call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right. Dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls. But yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of real-world grit.
Herta, your tone is unusually emotional. Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand.
I thought we were done with that conversation.
Ok.
Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables, especially the most important one.
¿Qué onda,
Your
Lutzo?
will. Iron Tomb never stops. It
Y
is
porque estoy
evolving
grabando
faster
yo,
than any
amigo,
of our
estoy
worst
haciendo esto.
predictions.
Yo tengo que hacer las cosas que me... ¿Qué es esto,
Every
boludo?
instant
Sí,
in
la
the eon's
actualización.
population is like a sword hanging over the cosmos.
Igual no sé quiénes
humanity
están.
makes could speed up its arrival.
Literal, no sé qué están haciendo ni qué.
Which is exactly why we can't mess
Ahora
this
tengo
up.
que ir a salvar al Gordy, pero no quiero porque justo estoy haciendo esto y la verdad que no le puedo poner pausa, no puedo hacer nada, así que quedo medio gil, pero bueno, ahora le digo, pero...
Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time they're
Igual que les digo, se llama
another
a las 2
bloodbath.
horas, si vemos que esto... Nada.
But in this ultimate
Lo
battle
hacemos
of
por partes,
erudition,
gente.
you and I are
Eso
supposed
sí,
to
lo
be
vamos a hacer por
players,
partes.
not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. Herta, the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I.
Por eso yo no estoy ahí.
No need to kill the mood.
La verdad.
This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to beat Xandar and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you with me?
Of course. Time to board. After you.
Let's tidy this place up and see what this demiurge really is.
Vale. La nave. O sea que me tengo que meramente acercar la actividad del muerto. A ver.
Let's hope this matrix is
Mira
better
un logo.
organized than the
Lo de
Emperor's
los
junkyard of
dioses.
a birthplace.
Ok, ¿esto se controla? ¿Meramente pasa o qué onda? ¿O qué lo que?
Buckle up. We're hacking in.
A ver.
This is
Herta, this whole space has been
¿Lo tengo que
completely
controlar yo o
tainted
no?
by some kind of energy.
¿O qué
I
onda?
see it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar,
No, va solo, va
how
solo.
could you go this far? Turning your own graveyard into this.
Literalmente no estoy tocando nada, les prometo.
What's that up ahead?
Katorzane algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense.
Pero no me traiciono a muerto uno. O sea,
So
básicamente
basically, the door to the tomb, right?
automático.
Let's find the handle.
Así,
I'm picking
y va
up
solo.
multiple independent signals
O
with
sea,
the
tengo que
same
dejar que
data
vaya
structure
solo.
as the
Pero
barrier.
literalmente no estoy tocando nada.
Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack.
Classic move. Use their own systems against them. Take us to the nearest one.
A ver. Pumba. Y ahora
Almost
qué.
no response. Just as I feared. Not promising.
The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike. Locking onto the next one now.
Find anything else?
Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet. Xander erased all records. But I did find some interesting scars in the circuit.
Cicatrices.
High energy radiation. Internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits.
Okay.
Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name. The Stellaron.
Exactly. Xander blew one up just to clean the entire scepter system.
Huh. So that's what he meant by killed that Titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of all of it at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the Scepter's extrapolation.
It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first new spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME-13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running. Yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless?
No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xandar had no control. He couldn't contain the Demiurge just like he couldn't handle Droidhead. So he tried to erase every trace. But he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another Stellaron in Amphorius, why hasn't that little one reacted to it at all?
You said the Demiurge left a trace, right?
Que acá tengo que todo esto de vuelta.
But not in the real...
Puntos de navegación.
world. Remember
Lo
the
dejo en
great
piloto
tomb
automático, no
of the
sé.
nameless Titan?
O sea, para que vaya al lugar y no dar muchas vueltas en general. Va, no sé si va a ir como tal al lugar, o sea, no sé. La verdad que no sé. Investigar. A ver.
Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Philia 093 clearly indicates that the Demiurge did in fact enter Amphorius's extrapolation.
Inside that world, it was the 13th, forgotten Titan. The one who listened to 30 million cycles of Cirene's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the Remembrance to steal the scepter.
A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Would an Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it.
The Remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the Demiurge.
And that's the key, Screwy. Xandar's actions prove the Demiurge exists. But what Evernight said, and what we've actually seen all point to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true. And if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to...
the truth.
Exactly. One last terminal. One final key. Time to crack open the kernel.
Subir a bordo, no algo y seguir volando. Dejarle volar, lo vamos a seguir.
Xandar had to lie to the original final
Piloto automático y bueno, que vaya a lo suyo. Imagino que acá después tenemos que explorar de qué onda, cómo se usa bien. Me imagino que serán cosas para hacer, no solamente esto. O sea, si hay un piloto automático, me dejará explorar, imagino que seas libremente, no lo sé. Investigar, a ver. Acá qué onda.
Operation authorized. Path energy readings. The erudition declining. The destruction surging. The remembrance 0.
What's going on?
Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace within the real matrix.
That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that the Era Nova exhausted all of the Remembrance's texture? Log it for now. The dots still aren't connecting.
Hey, como que no vas. O sea, como que cuesta un poco. Bueno, no sé si como que cuesta, pero es medio extraño, no sé. Bueno, ponemos el piloto automático que vaya a lo suyo. Ah, les digo después lo que es la exploración y todo eso. Es una cosa mía. Es así. Hacia el sómito.
This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place?
Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the exomyth.
I didn't expect that. Who builds a lab in the middle of digital rubble? Then again, never doubt a dead man's resolve. So how's our dearly departed doing?
He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion: Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action.
So now he's a specter, literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure, I want to see this for myself. Might as well drop in and say hi to the real him.
Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the demiurge.
Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless.
But it could be a trap.
That's why you're here. 2-on-1.
Dos contra uno.
Never lost a matchup.
Okay.
I'm honored. The chrono-cognitive anchors in
Vale.
place.
Ok.
Proceed when ready.
Ok. Acá. A ver qué onda.
I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here.
Mira vos.
The coordinates are accurate. Xander is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology.
It's his domain. Stay alert.
Oh, esta es la cosa donde vimos las... Uy.
Cheap trick.
Las cosas de los...
We're back.
Reverse engineering complete. The results
De los... eones, esto, de las cosas raras. No sé si recuerdan.
logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get a fix because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists. Our navigation target is a null set.
So he's stopped resisting?
Before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for us.
To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone.
Melodramatic.
He was expecting us. And once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for the Demiurge.
Guess he wants a final showdown. Fine. Let the old Intellitron dig his own grave. Just like he wants.
Bueno, volvemos acá.
To be in the purest light is to be in the purest dark. Nothing exists there.
The Scepter's main frame. Or maybe we should now call it the Lord Ravager's placenta.
Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything.
Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find.
Please elaborate.
If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd be at least some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellaron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel.
Ya. Ni idea.
As I said before,
Ni idea,
its disappearance
Helda.
was too clean. If the garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation goal. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or we can look at it from another perspective. If you were Xandar, would you be this obsessed with a concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn?
There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables.
That does track with the impression he gave about himself. But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now. Choosing to act, even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us. So we only have one choice. Solve it.
You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share?
Of course. Though I don't have hard proof, I'm almost certain. But the Demiurge has been in everyone's plain sight all this time. Yet... they were mistaken for someone else.
No, confundieron con otra persona.
That makes the most sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in there had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Intellitron didn't notice them.
Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all.
Well, at least Xandar is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone he talked about.
Vale. A ver, tenemos que navegar la vuelta del coso este, sí. Ok. Vamos a darle el piloto automático nuevamente.
What a mess.
Le vamos.
Total devastation.
He sought to bury the
Y a ver
truth
ahora qué
beneath
onda.
absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme.
Still, slim chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to 0.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Lygas's coffin like he wanted. Looks like you were right.
Bueno, sigamos por acá. ¿Y esto qué es? Es la cabeza. Tranqui. O sea...
Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
My elated greetings. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded to my final words.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of Amphorius's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge. And its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the Memo Snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no matter the cost.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy. Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with Amphorius's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the Demiurge is.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here. As we reveal the truth behind Felia's 093's disappearance. A lie by the remembrance.
But where should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend.
Mi buena amiga. What?
The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. On a very ordinary early morning, beneath the village's biggest tree, the daughter of Ida Silicii quietly came into this world.
Mala imagen.
What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecy's fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears, she was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. This page concluded in laughter. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Orynyx.
Guardar. Okay.
Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella songs.
Formar imagen. A ver.
But the name Ida Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? That's because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Guardar, ok. Entonces como las cosas de los mundos, de los ciclos estos raros.
And it urged the child to grow up. To grow bigger and bigger. And to go to places far away. Just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal hometown. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame chase journey. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You've definitely heard me say this sentence a lot of times. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? Then let's get started. The hero's journey crosses through the long night. through tears and laughter, and once again heads towards tomorrow.
Guardar, ok. Formar imagen. Guardar, ok.
Correction. Philia 093's record, number 496. Archived.
Sistema ejecutándose. ¿Te imaginas? Ahora me crashea el juego. Literal, ¿se imaginan, boludo? Sería una locura, boludo. Literal. Ok. Permitir. Bueno.
Hi. Miss me yet?
Pasar a Cirene.
I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Philia 093.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete.
Formateo completo.
093.
Oh.
Size. Grayscale. Proportions. Threshold. Outputting analysis result.
Aprender.
Philia 0
Duras, ¿no?
3 equals Peach. Peach's record. Number 8128. Archived.
Sistema ejecutándose, ok. Extracto, a ver. ¿Y ahora qué? Vuelvo a decir, sería gracioso que se reinicie el juego, boludo. Sería gracioso. Tipo que canónicamente el juego sea reiniciarse. O sea, tipo, sea algo que tenga que pasar. Literal. O sea, no sé. Convicto. Prisión. Razón.
Related to reason.
Monzón.
Comment. Yummy.
A ver.
Related to love.
Formatting progress 94.423%.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting.
Conclusion. Progress. Bad. Peach. Don't cry.
Process error. Analyzing. Process error. Analyzing.
Comment. I'm here.
Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me.
Record. Peach doesn't like tears.
I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. When I was hiding alone next to the tree hollow and wiping my tears away. A little fairy popped out, just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow, where, to my surprise, was a forest. Let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze.
¿Se imaginaba? Solo nos cuenta tipo todo y es todo texto y empezamos tipo la historia de cero y tenemos que estar acá 11 horas solo para avanzar con la misión. O sea, no es que tipo avanza la misión durante 11 horas, sino que son 11 horas de toda la misión. Literal, ¿se imaginan? Será cuanto menos curioso. Literal.
Bye, Peach. Note. Little Peach. Crying alone. Little fairies. Friends. Peach. Memory. Saved. Little fairies. Good friends. Bye-bye.
Okay. A ver.
Once again,
Ahora están
the saga comes to an end.
Mem y Cirene.
Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment.
Ahí va.
Shh. You speak. I listen. This time, too. Sitting together.
Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental.
Peach, strange. Why unhappy?
Formatting progress 73.998%.
I'm here. Don't be scared.
Process error. Analyzing.
Won't allow it to interrupt you.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Blank spaces? What's that?
I'm actually really lucky, you know. During the long years I've spent waiting for the Deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience.
Now I can rest in peace in the past
As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cirene to continue our watch.
Vale.
Peach left.
Durazno.
If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Bueno. Y ahora vamos a volver a lo nuestro. Esto como con las cosas de los ciclos de la Cirene, de una y de otra y de otra. Es así, ¿no?
Next, Cirene has blank space. Oh, Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you find blank space. Cirene
Cirene, es durazno, es amor.
is love. So, first there is love, then there is Cirene, then there is blank space. Query, love.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotions.
Consciousness, emotions, feel sad. Oh, I don't understand. Query, Cirene? What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphorius's dawn in the next life? Key, door, story, happy. Peach, Cirene, little fairy, Mike. Yes, right. Query, memory.
Bueno. Ahí está. ¿Estamos? Wish. ¿O no estamos? Oyovers.
Memories. Save. Learn.
The prophecy's fulfilled. This child is a gift from the gods.
Pink hair and those ears. She was born to be the priest of time.
Cirene has pink hair, sharp ears.
You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning.
Cry, child. Cry aloud. Let your voice reach Orynyx.
Cirene is a girl, a priest.
Aprender. Okay.
Easy. I can. I learn. Anyway, I don't like tears. But the name Ides Elysiae came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. Yet, you always seem so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Cirene doesn't like tears. Always happy. Of course, because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well. Cirene is gentle, likes beautiful things, can write stories.
Voy a dejar esta, me parece más pelo. Es que la uso de miniatura, ¿no? Claro está, no sé. Es así, muchachos, es la verdad. Después yo tengo un montón de scream, boludo, que después agarro y digo, no sé, que no las uso, ¿viste? Pero bueno. No sé cuánto voy ya por los otros. Al no estar grabando literal, como que no tengo como esa idea de, che, voy tanto, no sé. No sé qué onda.
But even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change. Like my height, Treeby's innocence, and Aglaya's beauty. Cirene. She can't grow up, but she can talk. After all is lost to the wind, she will stay behind. Cirene is, at the end of every sentence, always laughing, like a little tail.
Aprender.
Simple. Got it.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
All right. Let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So come on, cheer up a bit, okay? Cirene was crying when she was born. Fragile, transparent, like a crystal. Cirene was smiling when she said goodbye. Soft, pink, like a flower. The later memories disappeared? Invisible? Or disappeared? Ah, I got it! Is this a blank space? So, next Cirene is blank space. Then, as long as there are two Sirenes, then there will always be blank space, and Peach will always be here. I see! I get it! I get it all!
Guardar. Vale.
Sirene's memories. I will preserve them all! So weird. I can't see you, but
Cada rato nos están trayendo el coso este y cada rato cambia, literal.
you
Eso sí.
grew up. Hi.
Es así.
Miss me yet? It just feels like you are a bit more mature. Yes, mature, beautiful, like you. Now, I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance. I can sing. Also, I can tell stories. Storytelling is what makes Cirene, Cirene. So, I'm going to tell you stories today. A story I wrote myself. Quick, sit down. It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The things you say are very cute. Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparkled with light, like Peach's every story. How beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little fairy was curious and wanted to know. But it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower flawless. Round and round they went, seeing only their own reflection. In that case, they should work hard to learn more. So the little fairy came every day to sit next to the crystal flower and think about the answer. Until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken pieces. What could it be? They didn't know. But it was a good light. It was bright, warm, and happy. And I knew it
Amor.
was love.
Okay.
Love brings everything together. And it brought you and me together. So Peach and I will always be together. What a nice fairy tale. I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together. Okay, then I'll probably make a small adjustment to suit my tastes. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the ground. Then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart, nor does the flower understand what love is. Doesn't have a heart? Doesn't understand love? Why?
Bueno.
It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its
Jonathan
heart,
Shiro como
then it would have to
compañero.
include the fairy's
Estamos acá hace
impurities,
rato
and would
leyendo
no
lo de la
longer
cosa
be
que no
flawless.
avanza, se queda acá.
The
O
crystal
sea, está todo
flower
muy
was
lindo, me
pure
quedó muy
because it
lindo,
sealed
esto
itself
de los
off
siglos, de que le dice
bloomed in
Durazno, está
solitude.
todo bien, pero...
That's why it
No
looks
sé,
so
estamos acá hace un
brilliant in
rato,
an
muchachos,
imperfect
literal.
world.
No avanza la
Should a
cosa,
flower
literal, no
like
sé hace
this
cuánto
be
estoy en el
called
coso
love?
esta. En la cosa esta. Canónicamente.
Then
Literal.
the story won't exist anymore. That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate and writing the ending of the story with the flower's own shadow.
Es así, muchachos.
Then,
Literal, no sé hace cuánto vamos
that
como con
each
esta
shard on the
cosa.
ground holds the
Literal.
reflection of their eyes. Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart, and the flower would finally understand what love is. Peach's words, I don't understand. Is it because I still don't understand love? But it's fine. I can learn. Right. Query Cirene.
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me. What is love? What is love meant?
Buah.
Electrical signal sequence
Brutal, boludo.
093. Track lament.
That's not
O sea, literal.
correct.
No, pero dale. No sé si lo voy a skipear acá. ¿Dónde termino, hermano? Literal. O sea. No sé. No sé si bancan que sí. O sea, yo lo hago más que nada porque capaz que si a alguien le interesa, quiere verlo. Y también entiendo que esto es tan simple como si esto ya rompe mucho la bola, le dan tipo adelantan un par de segundos o no tiene mucho cosa. Pero qué sé yo, no sé. Por eso lo dejo entero, más que nada. Pero ya me digo como que está... No quiero decir hinchando la bola, pero es como... Está bien, ya me quedo un poco claro, listo, no sé. Vamos a avanzar un poco más, puede ser, no sé. Digo, quizá por esto luego se hacen tan extensas las misiones. No sé, por lo que sea. Qué sé yo. O sea, imagino que va a llegar todo tipo a lo que es la sirena esta grosa, así repapeada, que va a salir jugable. Imagino que va a terminar en eso, esto, básicamente, no sé. O me hago una idea que va a terminar así, no sé. Pero bueno, nada. Es así.
The daughter of Ide Silicii, I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak, powerless, and only targeting myself. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you that it's the most romantic force in the world. Sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle, yet wanting to be seen in a more beautiful form by the world. Sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting to remember the past in a more beautiful way. And sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt, a destruction that can stain the entire world. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling to become the Black Tide's vessel. For while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno, lament can drown out everything in muted silence. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not yet exist in this world, only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation,
Bueno, que el momo agarra y Carla te dice el mensaje.
Then, it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories and writing them down in trepidation. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy. But only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its scars and smiles for all to see. My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe, in these unchanging retellings of the story, my lament might be able to touch upon the divine and reach their tender heart at some point. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear, warm and wet. And that tear would fall and create the first ripples. Then, people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that ripple. It'll be all the remembrances within this story. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Emphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him.
But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just now. Everything was false.
Me hace acordar a Dorothy, la del Nike. No sé si me bancan. O sea, es muy similar a la Dorothy del Nike. Bánqueme, gente, bánquemela. O sea, literal, o sea.
Indeed. That's
Visualmente es la Dorothy del Nike. Bueno.
The moment the crystal flower fell,
No sé si me bancan en esa.
that genuine
O sea,
shiver,
sí, es igual. O sea, no me pueden decir que no. Es así. Es la verdad.
Formatting progress 23.
Formateo ahora. A ver.
5%.
In the poem offered to you, every Cirene would write down a beautiful new world with stars and flowers. And when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrances pink. I believed that must be the color of dawn. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll study really hard about what you taught me today.
Right. I still haven't told you what love is. But actually, my good friend, the lament factor did not understand what love was before she met you either. Not until I told you all the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them. That I love everything in this saga. The story comes, passes, then returns. It makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers and all falls to silence, there are still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, the light is coming in. The Deliverer's light is going to illuminate Amphorius.
Esto con Dan Heng.
I still don't get
En
it.
Durazno.
But I trust Peach. Just wait. It'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet.
Ok.
Then I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to gift my pen, my book, and my name to you. Please take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen name Cirene the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling into a pond, dropped from the past to send ripples into the future. In the stories you will write, perhaps it'll be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined to fall. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that when the stars cast their gazes upon you, you'll only reply to them with love and a smile.
Of course.
This will be a romantic story like none that has come before. You think so too, right? I'll read and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud.
Okay.
While you will depart and hold that star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final page with him. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance. And they shall become the epic known as I've written.
El libro ahí, tal y como escribí. Ok, tenemos cinemática.
And so my story ends. From here on, it's your story now.
Y acá es cuando la conocimos.
¿Mimi?
Que apareció como mem. Ok. Mirá vos. Ok. Así como que empezó todo.
The light that
No
tore
sé si
through the
recuerdan.
chaos illuminated my memories. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you. Yet I forgot everything.
Lo cambia todo.
But I'm still so happy. I caught that star, didn't I?
La persona que ha estado conmigo siempre ha sido... sí.
Yes. The seed within memories. The one Cirene held in her hands and watered with lament. I am the first new spore. Amphorius's heart.
El demiurgo.
The demiurge.
Ok.
What a long name. And it doesn't even sound cute.
Sí.
The total opposite of Mem.
Sí, es verdad. Nombre más carismático, Mem, también además te digo. Más simple, más cómodo, más corto.
Sorry, I don't know.
Más rememorable incluso, debo mentir.
If I don't even want to believe in the answer, then how am I supposed to answer you? But now's not the time to cry, right? We'll find the answer, just like how miracles will eventually happen.
¿De nuevo llevar también Cirene o...? A ver.
Do you remember that I was also worried about this when we first set out? Mem's memories and Cirene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart. It's all so strange, yet so familiar. Either way, could you please let me do something I want? Just this once. I want you to call me Cirene.
Ok, bueno, Cirene, listo. Hecho.
And her. Every one of her.
Bueno, ahí va, lo haré Cirene.
Thank you,
Perfecto.
friend. Your kindness is always just right. Life is a poem full of farewells. But if you write something into the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now, all the footsteps of the Flame Chasers and the Trailblaze have come together within this book, as I've written, becoming the source of power for Amphorius's heart.
Tú eres una de las claves para derrotar a Falotuma, el corazón, el cuerpo, seguro uno podría haber... Una manera de enfrentar a la tumba.
A lost heart needs to be placed back into its body. The last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning, for the two halves to rejoin, and for the scepter to become complete again. Then... and what happens after that, I don't know either. Maybe I can create a miracle, and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple, unable to change anything, and am devoured by the destruction. Either way, I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker, or a worshipped god at the end of this saga.
Es un que llaman el principio del fin, avancemos juntos los alumnos, juntos les creeremos el punto final. Nueva.
That way, I can also put aside all my worries and truly become Cirene. The world has never been so quiet. It's so good. It's as if I can hear the sound of my heart beating. Remember this moment, friend.
Ok, ahí se rompió como la cosa esta que estaba atrapada, literal, no sé. Bueno.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of Amphorius. Only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against their other half, Iron Tomb.
Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express resonated with the contaminated scepter and attracted the naive Demiurge to them.
As an experimental factor, Philia 093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30 million sacrifices enabled her to complete an unprecedented feat. She managed to nourish a real heart. A heart with the capacity to influence the erudition.
Not only is the Scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. Your defeat is already set in stone. There's still time to surrender, you know? You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end.
Okay.
What a pity. When the truth surfaced, I knew at once that the Demiurge was far too feeble to ever alter the result of the experiment. Not only that, Madam Herta, please consider this possibility. When 30 million cycles of hatred and lament are joined as one, what wondrous creation.
Echamos 2 horas, me parece, ¿no?
It's simple. An
Vamos 2 horas, gente.
A giant of the destruction would be born.
Y la verdad que no tiene pinta que esto esté por terminar, sinceramente. Está dando muchas vueltas y se le vio tal que así. O sea... literal.
Do think that the Demiurge is still a cheap copy of Philia 093.
Ya les digo, ¿no? Parece. Ahora es cuando literalmente corto ahora. Igual voy a esperar. Voy a hacer algo, lo voy a hacer por partes, esto, Honda. Lo voy a hacer por partes. Voy a cortar ahora. Y voy a ver si puedo ahora dejar esto así. Y ver ahora qué onda. A ver.
You branded Droidhead as a failure with your own hands, yet you still expect them to prove your theory? I pity you, Xandar.
I don't need your pity. Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want, and paint the future they imagined. As their creator, I shall complete my duty and direct them to complete their final query, the destruction of the self.
What hubris. And what if you fail?
No one understands failure better than Xandar. He has suffered so much already. What is one more failure to him? For the first genius, failure is simply the beginning of the next inquiry. You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man.
That's excellent.
Oh.
Let's wait and see, Senior Society
Lo voy a hacer así porque nada, ya les digo que generalmente lo que estamos haciendo es hacerlo como 2 horas. Por las dudas, para ver cuánto dura también la cosa esta, anda a saber, también te digo, ¿no? Pero bueno, a verla. Y ya les digo, no tiene pinta, no parece, o sea, literal, no es de ser Gil, pero de estas más de 2 horas, o no sé cuánto vamos exactamente, de que ya hemos hecho, sinceramente creo que se podía resumir mano en el corazón en media hora, que eso es literal. Así que bueno. A ver, muchachos, lo voy a dejar por acá. Lo voy a dejar por acá. Si me estoy equivocando, pido perdón. Y si no me equivoqué, bueno, creo que está bien. La verdad, creo que está bien. Así que nada, no mucho más. Muchachos, por acá lo que ha sido este video, por acá lo que ha sido esta comienzo de la misión. Sabrán que en la continuación la tendrán ahí abajo en la descripción, así como también en el canal cuando ya esté disponible. Así que no mucho más, gente. Espero que les haya gustado, espero que les haya servido. Nos veremos en otra, será hasta la siguiente. Muchas gracias por todo. Adiós, chau chau.